Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Aftershow. I hope those of you who watched Monday Night Raw enjoyed it because it was quite messy. Now, I need y'all to let me know in the comments if the sound is wonky or if it's a little off. I will adjust if it is. Just let me know and I will fix it. But first, let me turn down my headphones. All right. So, it's been quite the night. Yes? The sound's a little off. Ugh, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I thought I had it this time. Hold tight. We will fix the sound. Hold on.
Okay, so I hope the sound is better. If not, kiss my ass. I can't fix it. Anyway, because I can't. There's nothing I can do about it if it's not better. Y'all just gonna have to deal. Look, Monday Night Raw was quite the show. Yes, let's talk about it. We gonna start off with. Listen, we're starting with Phil because Phil set the tone for the entire show. I'm gonna read to you what this man said. I usually will give you a summary or rephrasing of what they say, right? Not to go word for word, bar for bar, but this was too good to not give you what this man said. I wrote it down. Okay, I got my goddamn my phone out and I'm looking at it. Okay, number one, CM Punk new pipe bomb. Here we go. CM Punk came out there and CM Punk said, hold on a second. Child. Hold on. CM Punk said, number one, I can gleefully stand on this bridge and blow it up because, bitch, I know how to swim. That could go on a fucking t-shirt right there. Number two, he also said, this was to Roman Reigns. He said, you're a buck-toothed Nepo baby who ate dog food for a weird old man. That weird old man made my life hell. Tried to make me eat dog shit for years. But I had FU money and I left. He also said, you know, that Roman keep hiding behind his cousin and shit because he ain't got no cousins on the board of WWE, but Roman do. And he said, you got your cousin The Rock, well, Hollywood star. At least he a Hollywood star. He said, oops, I mean, used to be a Hollywood star. He also said Roman is boring, plastic, and manufactured. And he said that he was sharpened to a point. Okay? He also said that being hated by losers is the price I pay for not being one of them. I'm gonna let that rest on you. Cause I'm gonna give you another one that he didn't say, but somebody who just as adjacent as he is said, Cat Williams once said your allegiance to losers is unlike you. Baby, listen. He said being hated by losers. This is what CM Punk said. It's the my Wi-Fi just cut out. Jesus. Not today, goddammit. Not too fucking day. Hold on. He said, and I quote. Okay, that ain't what he said. He said, being hated by losers is the price I pay for not being one of them. That's what him said. That's what him said. He also said, Pat McAfee. Pat, MAGA, fee. I want y'all to let that rest in your spirit. It has rested. Okay. He called Pat McAfee a buggy whipped, no brain hillbilly. And he said he just wrote a check that his narrow ass can't cash. And that he was going to be getting a receipt from his bitch ass. And then he told the corporate stooges, lower these motherfucking tickets. That nigga said that shit loud as fuck. Lower these motherfucking tickets. I do was just
emotional damage. You want some?
nigga, what? The way Hunter let him go out there and talk for everybody, and the way all of them niggas was out there mad as fuck. Everybody was pissed off today. Everybody was so fucking mad today. When CM Punk was going to the ring, I was like, why are you mad? Sir, you got the upper hand last week. I thought you was all smiles. What the fuck is going on? And then as his pipeline progressed, he went after Roman as he should. You gotta keep this shit rolling, right? It's hot in here, y'all. I gotta turn my fan on. It's boiling in here. But as the promo progressed and he got to Pat and Ari Emanuel, this nigga went off. Okay? CM Punk said, bitch,
War is upon us.
I told y'all, we are at war with the corporate stooges. And it's us against them. And the front lines got to be the superstars. Bitch, we got y'all back. Tear this motherfucker to the ground if you got to. Burn it down. She says he touched 3 motherfucking spirits back to back. He killed everybody. The bars that were spit can literally go on t-shirts right now and be sold. If WWE was smart, they'd do it. I would sell it right now. He is the embodiment of a Scorpio. We never beat the allegations because of him. Listen, Phil said, you're not going to control me. And that's your problem. You mad because you can't control me. He said, that's your issue. You pissed off because I don't bow to you and I don't like being controlled. You can't control me. These motherfucking people can't control me. Them motherfuckers in the back can't control me. The reason why they pick your dumb ass to go on Jimmy Fallon is because you're a good little corporate stooge. You're going to do like you're told. You're going to shuck and jive like you need to. Me, they never know what I'm going to say. They don't know what I'm going to do. So to protect the brand, to protect the company, they send your dumb ass out there. I said, bitch, low key, he kind of got you there. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying he got you there, Tribal Chief. He do. He really do. He did say that. He did say that man was a buck-toothed Nepo baby who sucked that football. Jesus. This is not all that happened on this show. This is just the beginning. This was just the first 10 minutes of the show. And they let him go out there and do it. They let him go out there and rip. They let him go out there and rip the TKO people a new one. Rip Pat McAfee a new one. Rip everybody a new one. And the rest of the shit was just K-Fab fodder. But he was really mad. Like, he was really pissed off. And I'm sitting here like, oh my God. Now, if you didn't get to see the segment, I'm going to put a link to it over on, it's on X right now. And I'm going to pull the link and put it in the chat box so you guys can go and watch it if you didn't get to see it.
We always supposed to be down there.
put the link in there. So for those of you watching this in the playback, and those of you who didn't get the chance to watch Raw, or you just don't simply have Netflix or whatever, and you want to see it, the link is right in the chat box, right here. Go to that link, and that's the full segment of CM Punk going to the ring, cutting everybody down, and then leaving. Okay, it's the full segment. Go watch it. But babes, listen, he was not the only one that threw a pipe bomb today, because Stephanie Grove comes to the front because you cut Liv's ass to the white meat. Do you hear me? Stephanie said your ass is running around here trying to hold out for your daddy issues with this nothing ass man that you running around with, who ain't shit, ain't gonna never be shit, and wasn't shit when you got with him. That lady said you sleeping with this man and laying down with this man because of your daddy issues. And I said, oh, she verbally whipped your ass. Oh, she verbally whipped your ass, Liv. Then you get your little dumbass. And then they had this weird cut scene after they showed, I don't know what it was, after they showed the situation with it was something, and it was like a whole dance routine. They said that was a new promo for Liv Morgan, and I was just like, well, why would you only show that part? What the fuck was that? What was that for? I don't know. I'm like, who's she dancing with? I didn't know the whole could dance. I didn't know she could dance. Woo! Now she messing with a man, calling him daddy, and then he's still chasing his daddy. Child. When I tell you Stephanie ate that little bitch up, she ate her up. And then she turned around, waited till they was in the little Judgment Day dugout, and beat the brakes off of Roxanne and her. Busted Roxanne in the forehead with Liv Morgan's head, then threw that bitch into a TV. Girl. I said, whoever got this motherfucking Raw on paper need to have their ass ate. Y'all need to line up and just lick ass. Lick it. Lick it. That white lady that's the head of Raw, you doing a goddamn great job. Because you is squeezing lemonade out of shit. And I don't know how you're doing it, but you're doing it. You really are. Girl. Stephanie is not playing with that bitch. She said, you think you got me, but you don't, ho. Because I'm finna take your ass to the inferno. She said, it's all right, because you finna see. You about to see exactly what it looked like. She said, you hide behind your man and that goddamn group because you can't stand on your own 2 feet. You don't know how to fight for yourself, but that's all right, because I'm finna drag your ass down there where you ain't gonna have no motherfucking choice. I'm finna take you where nobody else can go. And I was like, Piriana, get her. Get her. Get her. Okay? Roxanne. Oh, Roxanne. Now, if Roxanne was on some real shit, Roxanne would take that bitch out. You see, the way I would do it, because I'm a little messy. The way I would do it is I would have Roxanne cost Liv Morgan that title, and Roxanne and Liv Morgan would battle it out. That would take a few months' time. You feel what I'm saying? This will help build Roxanne up, give Roxanne some currency going towards that championship, right? And this will give Roxanne the proper placing to be able to move up the ladder. Okay. Now, in the meantime, Lola Vice is in NXT. She's the champion. No shade to Lola, but I would not keep the title on Lola long because, like I said, I want my soap opera nasty work type shit. Okay, I need it because the only way that this is gonna work for Liv Morgan is she gotta get her comeuppance, because she'll understand that you reap what you sow. Rhea Ripley had to learn that shit the hard way. Hold on, y'all. then Liv Morgan ass need to learn it too. Your man is for the streets. Your man is for the streets, okay? And I need them to do it. I need them to do it. I need them to do it. Now listen. If that lady over at Raw be listening to me talk, listen to me very carefully, sis. Okay, I need you to hear me out. Pull Lola up from NXT. You ain't gotta take the title off of her right away because you had Kevin Owens on Raw as a champion with the NXT championship at one point. He ended up losing it, but he came to Raw with that title. Okay, so did at one point who else had the title? The Diva, it wasn't a Divas title, it was that it was because Paige ended up winning it after she dropped her championship. You know what I'm saying? Listen, let Lola come up and just start being real messy boots. Okay, she coming up, she see Dom, she smiling at him, she laughing at him. You ain't even got to show it, but it needs to be that Roxanne set this shit up so that Liv Morgan could get taken off her game. I'm telling you, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. And she ain't got to stay on Raw either. You pull Dom over to SmackDown, right? Cause that's where her real man at. Okay, let's just keep it real. You pull Dom over to SmackDown after the whole situation go down. Put Dominic Mysterio on SmackDown, and then you make Dominic Mysterio and Damian Priest have a little battle, okay? Make them fight it out. You feel what I'm saying? You got a whole storyline. I got you for a whole year. I'm telling you, it'll work. And then you can have Liv turn on Raquel, blame Raquel for not having her back, and then you got another feud with Liv Morgan. You got another one. I'm telling you, you gotta break that bridge down like a fraction. Break her down. All the way down. You feel me? Steph was right there. She was right. I was like, tell her that her daddy in the ground, and that's why she liked this. Ooh. Steph whooped their ass like they was crazy. She beat the brakes off that lady. Beat the brakes off of them. She almost did. I need her to listen. I need her to come full circle. We got a job for Lola, sister. You got to clock in 4 to 6 weeks tops. It's got to work. You got to do it. And just have her drop that title. You either have her drop that title to Soul or Izzy. And y'all probably ain't gonna like Izzy being champ, but Izzy is the perfect heel champion for people to either really, really hate or to rally behind. And I know they've had JC Jane as champion for a while, but I wouldn't give it to Kendall. If you're gonna give it to another face, if Tatum drops that title back to Blake, give it to Tatum. Let Tatum get it. How you gonna give away some ice and don't bring me now? You're rude. I want you to know that.
Mm-hmm. You do.
Rude ass. I thought it was Paige. But anyways, y'all. So we got that in the books. Now we had a few matches today. Okay, we had a few matches. All right. Now in this match, right before the match, they cut this promo with Asuka. Asuka said she finna take everything from Io because she keep trying to steal everything from her, and she's still her senpai. And she, bitch, you gotta listen to me. That's what she said. Now in this matchup between these four, I want to say Rhea and them was able to win the match. I don't remember. All I remember is them beating up on Io Sky. And Rhea got in there, was getting ready to take everybody out, but they locked her down. And then she had to watch Jade Cargill coming there dressed like Santa Claus's mistress.
Yeah, what's the name won on the roller?
I thought she won on the roller. Yeah, she rolled her up out due to the distraction. That was okay. So I'm not crazy. All right. So they made her watch them beat up on Io with that kendo stick. I'm sorry, but I didn't like Jade's outfits. Usually Jade's outfits eat down, but today she looked like Santa Claus's slutty mistress with them Prince boots on she had. I didn't like it. She looked like she was wearing Santa Claus's belt to prove to Mrs. Claus that she was that bitch. And she was always gonna be that bitch. That's what she looked like to me. And the cutout was right around her abs, which I thought was odd. She had that weird ass belt on, and I was like, what's with the belt? What's with the belt? It was unnecessary, ma'am. But they proved their point. They proved their point. It should be Izzy low key. That's what I thought. But because they've had a heel champion for so long, I just don't think putting them back in a heel championship reign, especially after they had JCJ for so long, like I just feel like that's a bit of an overkill. And Izzy, I think Izzy will get her time. I just don't think she should get it now where they got the face champion run at this current moment. But I do think Izzy should be champ. I am on that wavelength. I just was like, I don't know, with it being such a heel champion for so long, it's like, damn. The way Liv went through that TV, I want to say, sis, is you cool? Hell nah. I know Roxanne whole forehead hurt. She got a may not on her head. It may go down and it may not. Come on now, Jared. He old rolled up beef out. I thought so. It wasn't even the first those. It was just everything else. It was everything else. I just wasn't a fan. Matches with good drama so far. Stephanie versus Liv. Did you have to put all of those? I hadn't even. Okay. Everyone wanted to dress like Seth Rollins. Seth came out there dressed like the vampire in Brooklyn. Since we talking about Seth, I mean, let's talk about it. Seth Rollins came out there pissed the fuck off. Rightfully so, but he was even more mad. And I'm starting to think he mad about the shit too. Like, I feel like all of them niggas is mad about this shit with Pat McAfee and Ari Emanuel inserting himself in shit that didn't have nothing to do with him. I feel like all of them is mad at this point. And I feel like Triple H is back there gassing them up, like, go out there and shut this shit down. You know what I'm saying? When I saw her head hit Roxanne's chin, I was like, no. We just got her back. Ciao. Izzy is Charlotte's first child, and I'm so proud of her. So you gonna skip over Tiffany? You gonna skip over Tiffany? She illegitimate? That's crazy. That is crazy. Seth was giving John Wick vibes. That's true. But because Seth's hair is so long, it reminded me, and my husband is the one who brought up the Vampire Brooklyn because he did look like him. He is fully dressed in black like Vampire Brooklyn, the long coat, everything. The only thing he missing is the hazel eyes and them sharp ass teeth.
Shit, everybody here, and it was in New York last week.
They were, bro. They were. Did you see Austin talking to Maxine in the background for the second time? No. No, I didn't see that at all. As they should be mad. They are pissed. Too Vlad should be John Wick. John Wick would end somebody in a t-shirt if he could. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. Izzy could talk. Tiffany, not so much. She can't dress either. I couldn't tell who was talking to Maxine. I didn't know they was back there talking, so my bad. So Drew McIntyre is a vampire in Brooklyn because Seth has the job description? No. Drew is a vampire in Brooklyn because he doesn't have the swag to be. I mean, I don't know if y'all have seen Vampire in Brooklyn, but Drew doesn't fit the bill. I'm sorry. She said Tiffany is the surrogate baby, not the birth baby. It's like how Kim and Kanye low key like North the best. Bitch, you can't help it with your womb child. Nicole, please. Nicole, please. Please.
That's fucking hilarious.
Not today, Nicole.
Moon Child is fucking funny.
Not today. Cut it out.
Nope, keep going.
Seth Rollins was out there. He cut a promo. First, he started battle crying. I said, oh. He was mad because he said very clearly he had two goals, and one of them was to take out the Vision and kill it. The next one was to get the title back that he never lost. But Gunther is posing a major obstacle. And basically, he was like, I don't know why the fuck you keep getting in my business or why you're coming around me. But if you keep getting in my business, I'm going to make it so that you are no longer in the business. Do you feel what I'm saying? He said, I don't know what your issue is, whether it's business or personal, but it doesn't matter because it's personal for me. But it didn't have to be. You're in my way. You feel me? So, as he was talking, Gunther came out on the attack. They was able to separate the two men, and then Gunther went in the back. Now, thick ass Paulina went back there and was like, look, I don't know why the fuck you interfering yourself and coming out here to my aid, but you know what? I appreciate you, though. And Gunther was like, you know what? Nah. He was like, it's not even like that. He said, first of all, it's personal for me, but it's for different reasons. However, because Paulina did tell him, I owe you a huge thank you. And I was like, nah, nigga, you owe him more than a thank you. And you know you do. And I don't know why you thought that this transaction between the two of you was just going to be a simple thanks for helping. Oh, you're welcome. Because Gunther ain't never been that type of bitch. So I don't understand why you thought that and why you was going to get away with just a handshake and a smile and didn't bring no Coke or nothing. Girl. But Gunther made it very clear, you owe me a lot more than a motherfucking thank you, bitch. And when I come to collect, I am coming to collect. And then he let him go. Now, we don't know exactly what this is about, but if you want to surmise what it could be about, there was a time when Seth freaking Rollins, about 6 months ago, was champion, okay? Matter of fact, take it back to about 8 months, because Seth was champion for about a month, maybe a little less. Seth Rollins was champion, and he came across several people that he was going to meet going down the road being champion. Gunther was one of them. Do you remember that? And he told Gunther, you and I don't have no personal beef, but I know that you are one of the greatest champions this company has ever seen. So whenever you're ready, I'll be waiting, is what he told him. Okay? Now it's 6 months later, and a lot has changed in 6 months. But I don't think that this match between Gunther and Seth Rollins is going to end just as cleanly. You see, Braun Breaker is cleared to compete. He's cleared.
3 months.
No, but he got some John Cena type healing. Okay, Braun Breaker is cleared, but WWE doesn't want to switch back to Breaker versus Seth Rollins. Something tells me that Breaker is probably going to interfere in this match. Even if Gunther loses or wins, at some point an attack from Breaker is coming. It's coming because they got to start setting it up. Backlash, Clash in Italy, all of that needs major feuds. And Seth Rollins has been chomping at the bit to get the Vision feud going. He's got a lot to eat through. Tag team champions, potential champion on Breaker's side, waiting until Bronson Reed returns. There's a lot of wiggle room here with these guys, and he's got to make it work. You throw Gunther in the mix, and it's like throwing kerosene on a fucking fire. Okay. Now, a lot of people were pissed at this matchup between Gunther and Seth Rollins, but the matchup between these two was inevitable. They just moved it up so they can have it at WrestleMania. which I don't mind. I didn't mind the match at all because this is going to be one of those matches that everybody was like, this match was really good, even though it didn't have much of a buildup or it didn't seem to fit in with the rest of the cards for WrestleMania. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be a good match nonetheless. And we're going to be sitting here talking about it next week. WrestleMania is fucking next week. Is that not crazy to y'all? I am shocked, ladies and gentlemen. Shocked beyond belief. She birthed Izzy by herself. That's her child. Wow. Nicole is up. She ain't shit. No. She ain't shit. I had to mute that shit because that was too much. Baby, he was upset. Nigga was acting like he survived to hearing the saxophones. Please! Richard! Oh my God. Kind of, you gotta stay on topic. We're not talking about Elimination Chamber. Okay? We're talking about Raw Mania. That's where we at, babe. All right. Losing my voice, child. They're announcing the card at 9:35 on ESPN. I'm not gonna be awake. I have no desire to figure out where each thing is gonna be. That doesn't matter to me. As long as the card is balanced, I don't really care. But we're moving on. Finn Balor did have a match with JD McDonough, but that match never really went down. And that is because when Finn Balor got ready to go out there, yeah, boy, Dirty Dom attacked. Okay? Attacked and took him out. All right? He wasn't trying to hear that shit. They beat him up. He tried to fight back. He tried, but it didn't. It didn't work. It didn't work. He ended up getting beat down for his troubles. Now, later on in the night, before we saw Liv Morgan get her head smashed into a fucking TV, which she rightfully deserved, Finn Balor made sure that he told his homeboys, you know what? Y'all did that shit. You know, y'all got me. And he was like, I can't even be mad because you learned from the best. I taught you well. But he said there was something that I've been keeping from y'all for years, something that I thought I had buried, something that I had thought I kept away. But now it's time to unleash him. And I heard through the grapevine that the demon was returning, but I wasn't sure until today when we saw the demon flash right before our eyes. That's right. We getting Demon Balor at WrestleMania. All them hoes is pulling out all the stops because you bitches did not buy them tickets. They are upset. And baby, I'm here for it. Give me all of it. Pile it on, baby. Put all the mascara, all the motherfucking eyeliner you can find, bitch. Put it all on. We need it. Anyways, Demon Balor is returning, but Dominic Mysterio, he ain't never seen nor experienced Demon Balor because after it was over, he and JD McDonough was in the back talking, and he was like, "What did he mean by something we've never seen before?" And JD like, "That nigga just talking shit." And I'm like, JD, as long as you've known Finn Balor, as long as you've been around this man, you telling me you couldn't think of anything that he could be talking about? Especially all this time that he's been in the Judgment Day, and we haven't seen Demon Balor on in any capacity. Like even when he had his battle with Seth, he could have been Demon Balor then. Never brought it back out. We haven't seen Demon Balor since he went up against Roman Reigns and fell off that turnbuckle. Or was it when he went up against Edge in Hell in a Cell? That was when.
That was the last time we saw Demon Balor.
Ain't seen him since. But he is returning at WrestleMania, and that's all that matters. We got $1,000. Oh, it's gonna be an amazing time. She said, I'll be checking it while I'm at work. You do you, babes. I'm not interested. Once they put all the stuff out, I will post it and that's it. But congrats. Not we getting trunks. Hell no. Who is my favorite wrestler? I don't have a favorite, Kaden. You know, I have a wide variety of wrestlers that I love and I watch, but I don't necessarily have a standalone favorite that I just have to watch all the time. Because I just like wrestling, period. And that's all there is to it. Plus, one of my faves retired. John Cena was the guy, but he's no longer wrestling. Even though he'll be at Mania, he's no longer wrestling. And I wouldn't necessarily call him my favorite. He's just my guy because I like a lot of guys. That makes sense? Okay, I hope so. Now he got a big ass head but a small brain. That's crazy. Anyways, Demon Balor is coming to WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. And not only that, but we had an amazing 6-man tag team match with Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, and Penta facing off against Los Americanos, which Javon Evans was able to pick up the win for. But we also ended up seeing Rey Mysterio coming out because he has been added to the ladder match, making it a 6-pack challenge. This is going to be Rey Mysterio's last go round. I highly doubt that he will win the Intercontinental Championship, but this is going to be his last go round. She said, like I said, I clocked back to Balor Club if the trunks come back. I clocked back in the Balor Club, girl. I thought he was going to wear his trunks today, but he did. But if he going to be Demon Balor, you're going to get them black trunks, babe. You're going to get them black trunks. Why y'all missing his legs? Y'all be... That's a crazy statement. That's a crazy statement. Or maybe it's the third one. Okay, man. Now, let me turn this fan off. We'll be in here sick as a dog. All right. Sir, what else happened? We talked about the tag team match. Okay. So this was the first match of the night. They had IShowSpeed come out there. To make a long story short, Adam Pearce made it he made it official. I can't talk. Made it official that IShowSpeed and the tag team champions will face off against the Usos and LA Knight as a 6-man challenge at WrestleMania. Okay. So that match has been made and done. We kind of figured that was happening last night. And we had a match between Bailey and Lash Legend, to which Bailey was able to pick up the win. All of the teams came out there except for the Bella twins. Apparently, Nikki Bella got injured on SmackDown a few weeks ago. She has been rehabbing, so they are hoping that in her rehabbing, she will be able to make it to WrestleMania. But, you know, they're holding off and waiting. If not, I don't know what they're going to do in her place. If not, just turn it into a tag team triple threat match. I wish they would make it a tag team turmoil triple threat match, but you got to tag in if you want to compete, it looks like. So we'll wait and see how the girls are going to do it. And last but not least, the final thing that happened today was the blowout between Obafemi and Brock Lesnar. Obafemi didn't even get the chance to get in the fucking ring. Brock Lesnar attacked Obafemi immediately, and it turned into a fucking brawl. These dudes attacked each other. Oba attacked Brock, put him through the table. As they were fighting, they then got out and got pulled apart. Brock Lesnar broke apart. Obafemi broke apart. Brock Lesnar threw a fucking chair at Obafemi. Oba caught the chair and threw it back. They were fighting throughout the end of the show. The live ended with them being in their respective corners, still arguing and trying to charge at each other. They didn't even get the chance to sign the damn document. Triple H's big ass was out there. Pat Pierce is out there. None of them are stopping anything. There's 20 fucking guards out there, and none of them could stop them two from fighting. Okay. It was nuts. It was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my life, but I was so here for it. So here for it. Okay. Raw was so amplified. And Pat McAfee was catching strays, bitch. Strays. Oh man, it was pretty bad. But I love the show. It was sensational in the words of Future. It was sensational. No, I just don't want to see his ankles no more. Oh Lord. Pierce was just clearing out the table debris. So was fucking Triple H. Like them niggas was just in the ring for no reason, just full on set pieces. Overall, y'all, the show was good. If you missed it and you can watch the replay in a few hours, you definitely should, because you missed out on such a good show. I don't know who produced this show, who set all this shit up, but y'all are doing a really good job at building. You're doing a very good job at building. This is going to be excellent thing. We love it. Now, if you don't know what the card is for right now for WrestleMania, I'm going to try to walk you through it very quickly. Randy is facing off against Cody Rhodes for the championship. Jacob and Drew have an unsanctioned match at WrestleMania. And then you have the tag team match. This is not a ladder match, is it? It's just a fatal four-way. So this is a fatal four-way. If the Bellas, or if Nikki Bella is not injured, it's a fatal four-way. If not, this might turn into a triple threat. And then you have Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer battling it out for the Women's World Championship. And then you have Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. Now, I forgot about these two. But AJ Lee was getting interviewed by Michael Cole. But Becky and her potato breath came in there and basically pissed Michael Cole off so he would leave. And she told her that the last time you went to WrestleMania, I was backstage and you was standing there with your little quivering mouth, and you was just, you was just so scared because you saw that I was your replacement. You knew what was coming. And then AJ Lee was like, girl, I'm proud of you. And Becky was like, you don't get to be proud of me. You don't get to say that. She said, girl, I'm not fucking done talking. So pipe down, little one. Now, like I said, I'm proud of you and I'm proud of what you've been able to accomplish. But you were only able to do what you were doing because I got you there. I'm the one who broke the ceilings. I'm the one who kicked down the doors. I'm the one who crawled through the windows so that you can be the megastar that you are. I'm still your wrestler, your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. And when you go home and you go talk to your beautiful daughter, Rue, and you ask her who her favorite wrestler is, and she's going to say me, AJ Lee. I will see you at WrestleMania. Child, now, if Becky was a real one, she'd have slapped shit out of her ass. And I'd have told her, don't you ever mention my baby's name in your mouth ever again. But she ain't going to do that. Becky ain't got no cojones grande. She just stood there about to cry like a little bitch. And then got to throwing shit and having a fucking tantrum. Just, you thought you was going to come in there and shake that lady. Do you know how long how much shit that lady had to endure? This little penny-ante bullshit that you were doing is peanuts to that girl. And that girl is truly a master manipulator. Now, if they really turn her ass loose, I don't know how she gonna top that catfish with Caitlyn shit. But nigga, you don't want that lady to get no ideas. You understand? You don't want her to get no ideas. But AJ Lee will be facing off against Becca Lynch for this Intercontinental Championship. Now, you got CM Punk and Roman Reigns fighting for this world heavyweight championship. I don't know how this gonna go, but next week Roman is scheduled to be at Monday Night Raw, and I don't see this ended in no great way, especially after the shit he said today. Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. Now Rhea Ripley been on the defense ever since Jade Cargill hooked up, even ever since she hooked up with Me Chin and B Fab. Rhea Ripley ain't been standing tall over this bitch not one time. Now I don't know about y'all, but that's a little scary for me because that, in my mind, spells disaster for Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. It really does, and I'm not even trying to be disrespectful because I like my homegirl. I love my homegirl, but the overwhelming momentum she has going into Mania is scaring me. At least with Roman and Cody and Randy, and not even Cody, because Cody is also one that's been getting his ass whooped a lot these last couple of weeks when it comes to Randall. You know what I'm saying? At least with Roman and CM Punk, there's a nice healthy balance between the two of them. You see what I'm saying? Both of them got momentum, but it was just a few last couple of weeks. They've been going back and forth, back and forth. But with Jade and Cody, Rhea, Rhea and Cody have been on the defense this whole fucking time. They ain't had no offense yet. Now, child, I don't know what you're gonna do, but every time you turn around, either you getting your ass whooped or Io getting her ass whooped for you. At this point, you ain't got no choice but to take that motherfucking championship. As long as Bianca get it at SummerSlam, I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you want to do with it. Dominic Mysterio is not facing off against Finn Balor. Oh, nay. He will be facing off against Demon Balor. And we love that for us. All me and my homegirls, we love that. We love that. I'm going to eat some pancakes in honor. If you know, you know. Anyways, probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest match of Mania is Brock Lesnar, the Beast, facing off against Obafemi Darula. Okay? Darula Obafemi is trying to knock Brock Lesnar off his pedestal. And now look, like I said, the stakes have been overwhelmingly in Obafemi's favor. And I would hate to see Obafemi have his first match at Mania only to suffer from a bunch of F5s, and that's all he get. I really hope that they let Obafemi go over this time and it's over and done with. You know what I'm saying? Let it be done. We will see. The Fatal 4-Way, the ladder match with the 5 men has turned into a 6-pack challenge. It is going to be McDonough, Lee, Penna, Evans, and Rusev, and a Mysterio, the original Mysterio, Rey Mysterio. All will compete for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. And finally, Sami Zayn will face off against Trick Willie and his Lemon Pepper Steppers for the United States Championship. Now, they have not announced another match yet, and they should. There should be another match added to this card besides the six-man tag team match with the Usos, with LA, with ISHO Speed, with Logan Paul, and Austin Theory. They also should be announcing from SmackDown the Women's U.S. Championship match with Julia facing off against Tiffany at WrestleMania. And that announcement probably will be made Friday since Tiffany has now enlisted Chelsea to be on her side. We'll see how that plays out because that was not on the show. That was cut and it was put on to Twitter and on TikTok and Instagram. So we'll see how that all plays out. But also, the tag team championships are not on the card for the men in terms of them being defended. And they should be, in my opinion. It's WrestleMania. All titles need to be defended. You're not going to defend the Raw tag team titles. Then the SmackDown tag team titles should be defended. And your tag team champions over there are Damian Priest and R-Truth. So we'll have to wait and see what they're going to do with that as well. But yeah, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Oh yeah, he mocked them. It's a lot going on, but Monday Night Raw was a solid show. And if you guys want to know more about the card heading into WrestleMania, stick with me on Wednesday for Freestyle Wednesday, and we'll talk all about it, along with going over our review of NXT and everything else that we do on Wednesdays in between. I love you guys, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you so much for listening. Bye. It's going to be a long couple of days, child. A long couple of days.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.